Classification of cable according to fiber types and construction.
The construction of optical fiber plays a very pivotal role in transmitting data.
In this session, we will discuss about it in detail. At the end of the session, you will be able to
describe the classification of fibers according to their construction.
Fiber optic cables are constructed in two ways: loose tube, tight buffer fiber.
Loose tube fiber. In the loose tube, the fiber is contained in a plastic tube that has an inner diameter considerably larger than the fiber itself. The interior of the plastic tube is usually filled with a gel material. The loose tube isolates the fiber from the exterior forces acting on a cable.
For multi-fiber cables, a number of these tubes, each containing single or multiple fibers, are combined with strength members to keep the fibers free of stress and to minimize elongation and contraction.
The loose buffer tube offers lower cable loss from micro bending plus a high level of isolation from external forces.
Tight buffer fiber. Tight buffer constructions are able to withstand much greater crush and impact forces without fiber breakage. The tight buffer design, however, results in lower isolation for the fiber from the stresses of temperature variation. While relatively more flexible than loose buffer, if the tight buffer is deployed with sharp bends or twists, optical losses are likely to exceed nominal specifications due to micro bending. The tight buffer construction permits smaller, lighter weight designs for similar fiber configuration and generally yields a more flexible, crush-resistant cable. With that, we've come to the end of the session. Let's now recollect the key points. Optical cables are constructed in two ways: loose tube and tight buffered. In the loose buffer construction, the fiber is contained in a plastic tube that has an inner diameter considerably larger than the fiber itself.
The loose buffer tube offers lower cable loss from micro bending and high level of isolation from external forces. Tight buffer cables are relatively more flexible than loose buffer tubes. They are able to withstand much greater crush and impact forces without fiber breakage.